Alrighty. I'm not very good at taking breaks. So now it's 11:50. So it'll take about an hour, 2 hours to get to the top. I don't know how long it's gonna take. It's gonna take a while. Nice start. Not hitting the wall right away. Oops. Real nice start. But yeah, let's see. What was I talking about? I was talking about something like Smash. Smash. Oh yeah, I was talking about Snake. I don't know. Oh yeah, in case it wasn't very clear about why I said Link. Basically, Link is also kind of like a trap character because you toss those projectiles out, and it covers a lot of distance where people cannot get to. That's kind of what Snake's grenades are supposed to do into C4. People aren't supposed to go into those areas. Trap character, don't go there. But it limits people's movements, so they can't go there. The thing about Snake's grenades, though, is that unlike Link, where they're a constant threat as long as they're out, it's a small explosion for that one moment, and it takes a while for it to explode. So it's hard for me to get intimidated by them because it's like I know exactly where it's going to explode. Then again, that's kind of the point of being able to hold the grenades, but I don't know. I haven't done that yet because I forgot that was a thing. Oops. Hit my hands. But yeah, eventually I'll have to do that. I have to learn the grenade drop technique too. But that's if I keep on playing Snake, which I'm pretty much only playing when I'm playing against the streamer. So I don't know. I might do that for when I fight my Pikachu main friend because he's fun to play. But I don't know. Because he needs Snake matchup experience too. And then there's a few other people too. But yeah. I don't think I'm good enough to really help him with that though. Because I stopped playing Smash as frequently in Ultimate. Whereas he's been going to tournaments and such. So I feel like everything that I have taught him, well, I gave him a jump start, but now I can't help him anymore. I gotta say, it does feel good, like teaching people how to play Smash better. If only I had the time to do that more frequently, because it feels good. Just like looking back at how terrible someone was when they were playing a game, and then see them absolutely rocking everyone's. And that's why I don't censor myself. Rock everyone's shit. So yeah. Because the same thing happened with Dark Samus. His Samus was absolute garbage, and then I showed him a few tricks, and now he's really darn good. Not the best, but really darn good. He gives me some troubles when I fight him sometimes. I love fighting his Incineroar, though, especially when I play Pichu. A literal game of cat and mouse. I mean, I have all the speed in the world, but like Incineroar, his attacks come out quite fast for how long they are. He just can't move very fast, and he can combo, even though he's a heavyweight. So like, if he gets close at all, if I'm not entirely careful, I'll just die like immediately from just a couple hits. Whereas I have to keep on hitting him constantly. It's like such a tense matchup because of that. But also, I don't know the deadly combos that Pichu has, so it's probably a lot harder than it should be. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else was mentioned about Smash? Let's see. Well, there's still 2 more slots for DLC that are unannounced for Smash. overall, I don't really care what the last two are because I'm probably still gonna be Lucario and Meta Knight because those are like two characters. Oh, ow! My left arm's getting sore. Anyways, those are the two characters that I actually have some history with. That's why I play them. Because while a lot of video games contributed to me trying to improve myself constantly all the time, Meta Knight is like the easiest way for me to go look back and be like, hey, that's a moment that's really significant. Because after all, when I was playing Meta Knight, there's a lot of Kirby-sized characters that are very similar. So just seeing Meta Knight, I didn't expect him to be a Kirby. So after fighting an awesome duel with him and then seeing that, oh shit, he was a Kirby, it made me go, oh shit, I can be that awesome? Maybe I should go improve and become that. Even though, of course, I knew that that's not a thing you can do in the game, but like the idea of that was so amazing to me. I'm like, yeah, I want to improve myself. So that's why Meta Knight is really awesome to me. Of course, Meta Knight's just cool in general. And I love him being like the toughest character to fight in every game that he's in. And then when I saw it in Brawl, I'm like, yeah, his legacy continues. Of course, they had to nerf him in Smash 4. That was a given. I was expecting that. Let's see. As for Lucario, like I was gonna go rewatch like the Lucario movie and like take notes, and so I could actually make a proper video about why I love Lucario so much, because I don't really remember shit. I don't remember the specifics. So, but the thing is with Lucario, he basically represents a time in my life because he goes through a character arc, kind of like I did when I was younger. So I was like, yeah. I know. I mean, I know I could go all on about that, but since I'm on the topic of like, since I mentioned Meta Knight and how video games made me want to improve myself all the time, I suppose I should mention some other things that happened. So, when I was a kid, I used to cheat constantly because, you know, everyone wants to win. So I always cheated so I could win. Because, you know, which is actually very normal for that time because fucking games were hard. Games nowadays are very easy in general. Most games are very easy. So I was not afraid to go cheat to win some games. But I cheated so much in Super Mario Bros. 3 and Quake 2, I felt very bored. The games didn't feel like they were anything. So then came along Duke Nukem. I was gonna just go cheat in that game just like any other game. And like, and if it's like a Quake 2, I figured, because I'm pretty sure it's both ID Software games, because the harder difficulties have more content in them. Because the earlier modes will just end abruptly. It's like, oh shit. So it makes you want to go play the harder difficulties. Thing is with Duke Nukem though, it's like, I'm too good to cheat. And I was like, holy fuck, are you serious? And then I got so scared and everything got so tense. And then I could have just exited out right there, but I'm like, I'm already in it. I gotta do it. Also, like, I was really young, so I might not have remembered. But I think the shock hit me so hard that I kind of forgot to get the menu open. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I think I was so shocked. So I just went through the level, and like, oh my god, there's reasons to get this and to go over here. There's reasons. What? And then I started to like it more. And then I went back to Quake 2 and Super Mario Brothers 3, and holy shit, that was amazing to go back and play those games. It was so fun because you have to instead of just barreling through, not thinking about anything, things are there for a reason. So it's nice. So I still use the whistles a lot when I was playing Super Mario Brothers 3, but after a while, I'm like, you know what? This is kind of. I want to see these other worlds. There's so much I haven't done. I want to see what they're about. Because there's more to a game than just winning. So, yeah. That was another thing. Another instance of cheating, making games really boring. I cheated on frickin' Pac-Man. And, like, for 3 hours, I was just doing Pac-Man with an infinite lives cheat. I still had to do it somewhat well though, because like it gives you like 3 lives at the start of every round, but you don't. If you run out of those 3 lives, you lose. But you know, it was still easy enough for me to go beat it. And after a while, I'm like, you know what? This is getting really, really boring. So that's why I don't cheat. It's just so much more fun when there's a little bit of a challenge. But you need to be careful of the challenges that you take. After all, that's why I spent so many thousands of hours playing MMORPGs. They eat up your time. And this is why I'm not going to climb this again. This is the last day I'm going to be climbing this stuff. Because this is a lot of time. There's other things I can do. I've made the climb before. But I figure I record it this time while I get my vengeance. Because, you know, revenge is a very powerful motivator. Oh no. I'm fogging up my lenses. The sweat is starting to happen. Oh my god, my arm is just tired already. I'm probably going too fast. I'm not pacing myself. Because here's the thing about the first time I did this. I had people to talk to, which is why I spent a lot longer getting to the first base, which is why I got to base 1 so quickly. Despite being a Lycanroc, I probably would have gotten there in like 10 minutes if I used a normal-sized avatar. So, yeah. And if I used a bigger one, oh jeez, I could have gotten there in 5 minutes. I need a little bit of a breather. Alright. Let's see. Anything else with video games? I don't know. I will say it is kind of fun to just barrel through a game, because when I was playing Pokemon Let's Go, it's fun to just one-shot everything. But at the same time, I like the ones where it's like, oh shit, I'm not the right typing. No, none of the Pokemon in my team are the right typing to fight this character. This Pokemon is like a complete foil to my team. And those are the times where it gets more fun, because it's like, oh shit, we gotta go think of something with what we have. Well, it's gonna be a tough one. And that's probably the main reason why I would want to play Pokemon now. But like I said before, it's too much of a grind. Because I only have so much time to play games. Why am I doing this right now? Vengeance. Why did I do it before? Well, I don't know. People are like, hey, it's a challenge. And I'm gonna keep on hearing other people saying that they've done it. And I want to be able to say, hey, I've done it. Well, I've done it. But now, it's personal. So I gotta go climb this thing. Hopefully I don't hurt myself on the way up. Luckily, I can pretty much just take a break at any point. And I don't have full body tracking on because, you know, climbing in VR Makes full body go all over the place, so why even bother? At least you can see my feet shuffle around when I'm looking around. It's better than just like scrunching up into a little ball. Those are some big snowflakes. I don't think snowflakes get that big. Oh, let's see. I should probably mention other games I've been thinking about. I want to get the fucking Spyro trilogy. It's like Spyro is like the one game that made me want to get PlayStation for the longest time. Because fucking dragon. I want to be a fucking dragon. Maybe a tiny dragon, but I don't care about Spyro that much. But hey, it's the closest thing to a dragon. Where am I? Oh, there's my bed. All right. So I wanted to make sure. But yeah, the gameplay that... Holy shit, I'm going fast. Anyways, Spyro is a fun-ass game, and I want to get the trilogy and play that. Also, I'm curious about the Cinder character, but I don't think it's in the original trilogy, unfortunately. People keep on saying Cinder's, like, super awesome or something. So I want to go try it. I need to swap arms. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. I try to avoid that before. Oh, yeah. It may look like I'm going super fast up that, but that's like... I'm like half the height, so it looks a lot faster than it actually is. So I actually should be climbing this a lot faster. Oh, jeez. I shouldn't be this exhausted. Oh, dear. I'm wondering if I'm going to make it to the top of the moon. I don't think I'm going to be able to. If my arm's this tired already. My arm was like this tired, and it was like a little bit above base 2. And I'm not even up there yet. But that's probably because I'm going so fast. Because before, I paced myself a little better. Because I was able to just hang out with other people, just chill. And some people were slower climbers. I'm not very good at relaxing. I always have to be doing something. Because that's the thing. I wanted to do everything that I possibly... Ah! No! No! Well, that's a first. That hasn't happened to me before. Knocked it right out of my hand. Also, sorry if my mic is just blowing too much. That's just a thing with the frickin'... Please stop. That's just a thing with the frickin' Vive mic. You can hear people blowing into it very easily. I hate it. I want my Yeti mic, but I'm not gonna go flailing about when I can't see the real world on my expensive, like, over $100 Yeti mic. I love that mic so much. I'm not about to go do that. That's the mic that I was using for the little video where I was like, hey, come join the climb. People didn't join the climb, but yeah, that was kind of my fault. That was my fault. I should have been a bit better about the invites and such. But yeah. Because, because here's the thing. Whenever I was like telling people, they're like, oh, fuck no, I'm not going to climb that whole thing. I'm like, I don't care. I don't expect you to make it the whole way. I just want you to make it to the very start. Just chat a little bit while going like 10 minutes. Then I don't care if you leave or something like that. Even 5 minutes. Just a real short thing. You don't even have to even climb. Just stay at the bottom and say, hey, see you later. Good luck on your climb or something like that. That's all I was like expecting people to do. As for what I was trying to do there, I was trying to shoot myself up a little bit. Because someone else that was like climbing slower than me, despite being like a bigger avatar, um, they were making a lot of ground by doing the jumping technique. There's not a whole lot of places that you can do that on this, but there's enough where it makes you feel really good. Like, yeah, I love all the burst of speed that you can get. Speed boosts. No. No, no, no. And I'm already tired enough that I just don't care that much when I fall. I'm just like, just get me back up. I don't care. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was talking about Spyro earlier. I've only played it a little bit, but I love the freaking music. But I hear that they changed the music, so I don't know if it's going to be the same in the trilogy. Because the PlayStation, a lot of PlayStation games have very similar feels to their music, and I liked the old PlayStation 1 music feel. Because, let's see. But the only game I ever owned that was a PlayStation that had, like, PlayStation music was Frogger, surprisingly. But I had that for the PC. That was a fun game. It got hard at some points. But, you know, I played that as a kid. Pretty sure it was a Windows 98 game? I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But, yeah. Really fun game. Maybe someday I'll play it. Just like the bazillion other games that I would like to play. Won't be anytime soon, though. I don't have the time. I was also kind of afraid of doing this, because this is a huge investment of time for me to be able to do this climb. Because there's so much I could be doing. Which is why I wasn't too saddened by the fact that nobody came. Because there's probably other things that people would rather do than climb this whole entire thing. And of course, I'd be surprised if someone was listening to me ramble and all that without like doing chores or something. That's what I do. It's like, because I was watching someone climb this mountain for like 30 minutes the first time, and this is the kind of thing that I'll just listen to somebody while they're doing it, and I'll just like start doing chores. There's always something I gotta do. Alright, trying to be mindful of not blowing the mic. I was blowing down there. Maybe I'll look back and be like, oh shit, it worked. Or, oh shit, that didn't work. No, don't do it ever again. Don't ever breathe. Do me a favor, stop breathing. Oof. Sorry. I like looking at the skybox. It looks pretty. Yeah, I was talking about Spyro. Alright, I'm done about Spyro. The reason why I keep bringing that up is because I have the Crash trilogy too. I've always viewed that as like the Mario of the PlayStation games. For many reasons. Doesn't help that like Crash has a freaking Mario Kart spin-off, basically. Oh, excuse me. But I know exactly the character I would play if I got that game. The fucking crazy dude, the crazy kangaroo, Ripperoo, I believe. Yeah, because I love that character. I know what it is about crazy characters, but I like them. I like them a lot. Ah. Oh my god. Fuck that overhang. Can I go this way and avoid it? Any overhang, I will try to avoid. Overhangs will tire your muscles out like crazy. Because you're not going to put your arms up above you that often in life. So when you have to go use those muscles, it's going to tire you out a lot faster. There's going to be a lot of overhang, especially if the moon starts out like that. I'm afraid about that. Alright. I don't know if I like the Crash games or not, but I'll have to go determine that when I actually go play it. But I don't really care about the character, but I do remember listening to the Twinsanity music for a while. It's like the perfect blend of really cool and really silly. It's such a good blend. Yeah, because I did have some of that music downloaded on my computer for a while. Because it makes it feel real good. Yeah. Speaking of another PlayStation-esque thing, I don't know if Rayman is considered PlayStation, but I always associate it with PlayStation. But I have Rayman Living Legends, was it called? I don't know. The one that was on the Wii U and then they ported it over to the Switch. I have that one. I look forward to playing that. But I'd rather get a whole bunch of people for that. Because that looks like fun co-op shenanigans. And I love games where there's fun co-op shenanigans. I miss playing Magicka. That was the best experience when it comes to co-op shenanigans. I just wish I was able to get, like, some proper co-op videos. The only videos I had of Magicka that were co-op were basically... well, when we were talking on the mic, that is. Was when I was, like, literally just about to go to bed. I was literally just about to go to bed. So I was feeling a little... I made a few kind of sassy comments. Because I'm like, yeah, that's nice, that's nice. I want to sleep. Please let me sleep. But yeah. But I like watching that little playthrough. That was a long time ago. I don't actually hang out with those guys anymore. I probably could if I want to. I still have them friended. It's just been forever. I wonder what they're doing now. Because I did want to make videos for a while, but nah. Yeah, we were going to do that at some point. They wanted me to... I think... Yeah, one of them wanted me to do Minecraft at some point. We were going to do a whole thing in Minecraft. Didn't get around to it. That was a long time ago. That was before the end was added into the game, if I remember right. If only I can remember which person it was. I don't think it was going to go well though. I don't think we clicked enough. That's one problem with trying to... That's one thing I've learned about trying to do co-op videos with people. Is just because you're friends with someone doesn't mean your style of humor or whatever is going to match up well with them. And that can be a big problem. And that really sucks. Because it's like, I'd like to make videos with this person, but when it comes to content, it doesn't work that well. Hey! Speed boost! Yay! Speed boost! But, you know, someday it'll happen. I don't know. I just gotta go around talking to random people. Cause that reminds me, like the other day, someone blew my goddamn mind because there's like so many things that they liked that were like really unique and kind of out there that I also liked. I'm like, what? What? I've heard that people like these things, but you like that too? What? I don't understand. So that kind of, I don't know. I'm afraid to give any hints because I don't want like a person to be known. Yeah, and even if that was the case, I don't want them to like figure it out that it was them that I'm talking about. But yeah. Uh. Anyways, all I mean to say about that is that you can meet so many people. You can be with friends with so many people, but finding someone that like truly clicks with you on the same level, that's really fucking hard to find. Which is why, yeah, that's why I was in a relationship for someone for 4 years because we were perfect for each other at the time. Though with the kind of person I am now, I don't think that would work. That's the other problem. Just because you work then doesn't mean you'll work later. People change over time depending on what happens in life. Well, it's just how it goes. Am I starting to get personal? Oh dear. That's not the intention of this video. I could get more personal. I don't know. Oh, maybe it'll get more personal later. We'll see. Yeah, I don't feel like getting personal right now. Oh, maybe later. Maybe later. I'm planning on having timestamps for this. Planning on it. But you know, it takes time to do the timestamps, and this is gonna take all day to climb. So, oh god, no, not that overhang. I don't want. That's not the nasty one either. I don't think it is. Pretty sure that's, yeah, that's, oh yeah. Never mind. That is definitely not the nasty one. On my first climb, someone was like, hey, I see the 100-meter overhang. But, I mean, this might be 100 meters, but there's another one much later that is really nasty. It's just a taste of things to come. I forgot about this one. Because this is the one I originally thought, I'm like, is this the one? It's not that bad. Because it wasn't. Because there's one that's much worse. Ah! Alright. I had to worry there for a second. There was a lot of games I was trying to get because I figured they'd be nice party games, and I was going to do a whole co-op thing with videos. I got Rabbids Land because that game looks fun and trolly as hell. I love that. I got Super Bomberman R because that looks fun, and it's a co-op game too. I don't know how many people can be in co-op, but I want to do that at some point, and it can be up to 8 players. If it's 8 players story co-op, that would be amazing. I really doubt that though. You know, I'll have to go check my. I'll have to check that out later. But you know, I don't know enough people that would be actually be willing to try to do something like that. Much less if I knew if they liked each other. Funny story. When I was a kid, all my friends hated each other. Reason why is because all of them were really terrible people. So, no, it's to be expected that they hated each other because everyone hated them. That's how life is sometimes. Here we go with the overhang. pro tip: if you want to make sure that you don't fall off, just make sure like it like disappears, the red part disappears, and then click. That's a little pro tip. That's if you want to be super safe, because sometimes I'd be like up here or something like that, and I wouldn't actually grab it, and then I just fall. And then you have to go climb all the way back over. That's a pain in the booty. I can cheat it. Yes, I shall cheat it. Mwahaha. I don't want to deal with the overhang. That's why I'm doing this. I have to deal with some overhang anyways. You can only cheat it so much. Oh, no! This is what you get for cheating. Fine. I get it. I'll do it normally. Alright, oh well. That's what I get for doing that. Oh, I thought I dropped there for a second. I'm like, ah! Let's see. Any other party games? I probably have a lot of party games. One game I do want to play, though, is fucking Battletech. How many times have I mentioned that in my videos? Probably like 4 or 5 times. Because I feel like I mentioned it in the Mario Party playthrough. I probably mentioned it during Smash at some point. It's just like, years ago, I wanted to play Battletech and get a good computer. And then Switch comes out. I wasn't able to do it. And now I have fucking VR. Am I ever gonna get the time to play fucking Battletech? I wanna play it. I do want to play MechWarrior Online at some point again, but you know, it's like I've done everything that I need to, and like the game is completely different because the game favors a lot of glass cannon-y type builds. You have to build a very certain way to be competitive in that game. Sure, you can still kill people, but like there are some real bad players, and you kind of have to carry a bit if you're playing solo. And if you're not playing solo, people are going to be expecting you to use good tactics in like certain builds and such. So, yeah. I don't know. One thing I'm hoping for is playing MechWarrior 5. Because the whole reason why I was playing MechWarrior Online is because MechWarrior 2, along with Quake 2, are the 2 games I was swapping between for a long time when I was a kid. Like, for a couple of years, it was mainly just those 2 games, with some occasional NES games. So, MechWarrior 2 blew my freaking mind because there's a lot of you couldn't do a whole lot with games back then, but if you can get a great graphic style, boom, it's all good. And wireframes is probably like the best thing that you could possibly do with such limitations, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. Also helps that I like the color black, and wireframe makes everything black for the most part, except for the wireframes, of course. It was awesome, and I love the freaking music. It's definitely unique music, I will say that. I don't think I've heard anything like it. So I really love that music. Let's see. I don't know. The first half of the track is what I'm used to, so I like that a lot more than like the later half. But let's see. So I had to concentrate for a second. When it changes angles, I have to be careful. But yeah. Pyre Light is one of the ones that I like the most because it gives you the feeling of being in a desert, but like not in a negative way. Most desert themes I hate, but that one, it feels really good. Also helps that it's the theme that plays in the first mission for Clan Wolf, and I got to play the Mad Dog, and that is where my love of missiles came from. Just two LRM-20s, which is really heavy for a mech that early on in the game, and just absolutely shredding everyone with those awesome sounding missiles. It's like, oh yes, I love it. My gosh. It took longer to get up this overhang than I thought. Oh boy. But yeah, MechWarrior 2. Fucking love that game. It'll be very hard to fucking record a playthrough of that now. I want to do that at some point. Unlikely though. I'll probably be able to do MechWarrior 5 before I figure out a way to fucking do MechWarrior 2. Because MechWarrior 2, that's like... I think that might be Windows 95? Yeah. So it's probably like before Windows made the jump to Windows 98, because anything in Windows 95 doesn't work with Windows 98 or later. So you have to go get fucking something that mimics that, like DOSBox, for example. MechWarrior 2 works on that, but I haven't tried it out yet. And I sure as hell haven't tried it on Windows 10, which is like, I'm pretty sure DOSBox was made for Windows 7, so that's a problem. Yeah, but I love doing that. My first favorite mech was the Rifleman 2. I don't know, I just really loved things with arms that are weapons. I blame MechWarrior 2 and Quake 2 on that. Also, I blame Scyther for that from Pokemon. I know, just weapons for arms was really cool to me as a kid. But, you know, that's the thing. As a kid, is all about the shootings and combat and all that such. So, yeah. Now, if I were to make a character nowadays, I probably wouldn't do that. But if I were to make it as a kid, I probably would have totally done that. Wait, Phase 2 already? Oh. What? Well, it's perfect timing then. Because I need to do some business. Alright. I haven't talked about MechWarrior 2 to anyone, I don't think. I've probably talked about it a couple times with like people when I've been like telling them to play MechWarrior Online. I did get one person to play MechWarrior Online, and he got to play a Jaeger mech. That was fun times. Unfortunately, it's really hard to play with people, with your friends on MechWarrior Online. But someday I do want to do that again. But it'll probably be MechWarrior 5, because MechWarrior 5, I'm pretty sure you can do co-op, and that'll be like the thing I'll love the most. And I'll probably never go back to MechWarrior Online, because you'll probably have to think about how much money you have and all that other stuff. It'll probably be everything I want out of a MechWarrior game. But we'll just have to see when that's released. It may even be released now. I don't know. It was scheduled for 2019, and it's almost that. All right, let's see what time it is. 12:35. I think I'm going a little too fast. So that was about 45 minutes that it took for me to get here. Yeah. Wait, 45? Yeah, I started at... Holy crap, I'm going way too fast. I'm going to hurt myself at this rate. But this is the second base. Alright, I'm going to mandatorily take a longer break. I'm going to go have some fish sticks. I'm going to have some ice cream. and then I'm gonna come back here and finish the climb. Well, actually, I might get to a very, very high point, and then before the final challenge, I'll take a little break. But then again, at the very bottom of the map, it said that they nerfed the overhang, so that might be a thing. I wonder if anyone came in here. Nah. I don't think anyone's gonna catch up if they came here. Because I'm going at a much faster pace because I was climbing up with someone else like the whole way up, basically. Basically, I made it to like, let's see, like when I first came here, I went to like about hereabouts, and then like the person I was talking to disconnected. It sucked, but I told them to go to the Colossus trial, so they probably went off and did that. And then I just was by myself for a bit, all the way up to base camp 1. I waited around a bit, and then right as I was about to start climbing, I like climbed up to like here, and then I saw like a person. I'm like, oh hey, a person, and I dropped back down to base camp. And then I just climbed up to them all the way to the top, and then my arms were so exhausted that I could not do the DLC right away, so I had to like take 45-minute break or something like that, 45 an hour break, because my arms were absolutely destroyed. So that's what happened there. And then I didn't get to see him again, but I made it to the top with them. And the funny thing is, both of them were hurting like crazy, and so they both said that they weren't going to do it. But then like the person that seemed like they weren't going to do it more actually started going up the DLC part first, and that surprised me. Yeah. Yeah, and the funny part is the person that didn't go up, because oh my gosh, I'm a little tired. Anyways, one of them was a person that goes out to the gym daily and does weights and stuff, and he had an avatar twice the height, and so of course he went like super freaking fast. He went like 3 times faster than what we were doing, because he was like 4 times my height, and he was going as fast as he can. And he said that he was absolutely exhausted, and that overhang absolutely destroyed his arms. And he's like, "No, I don't want to do any more of this." So yeah. So even if you do get a lot of exercise, it'll kill you. Just like these people, these RuneScape like bones. But yeah, I'm gonna go grab something to eat. I'm gonna get more water and force myself to rest for a little bit, because my arms are gonna be hurting. Because I don't feel it right now. You remember me talking about how sore my arms were earlier? I don't feel it right now. I'm gonna feel it later. That's the problem. Because my arms are all warmed up right now. Also, I'm in VR. That's like twofold for fucking not feeling how sore I actually am. So I gotta go force myself to take a little break. So, I'll see you in the next video. And hopefully I won't die from these giant snowflakes.